Hey guys, got this 2005 Chevy Equinox here. I'm going to use it to demonstrate how to change a brake hose. This brake hose I know is restricted because when I loosen this bleeder valve, nothing comes out. So first step, you're going to want to remove the cap for the master cylinder and top off the fluid if it's not already topped off. Now I do this to allow the fluid to drain down as I begin the work. So here's the line, connects up here and down here on the caliper. I'm gonna go ahead and remove it from the strut with a 13mm. And now I'm gonna take a 13mm wrench and go ahead and not loosen this all the way, but just make sure I can loosen it without use of a crow's foot wrench. I've got it slightly loose, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull out this clip. This clip is what retains the line. Boom, so the clip is out. Now I can continue to loosen this all I want, but I'm gonna leave that for later. What I wanna do now is remove this from the caliper, and that's gonna be an 11mm. So I've got that loose. I'm gonna go ahead and remove it all the way. And you can see the washer did not come off with the bolt, which is what I want. We're gonna be putting new washers on here. Make sure that's nice and clean. I've got my new washers down here. I'm gonna go ahead and put one on the bolt. I'm mocking this up here. You can see that it's gonna go on like so. So let me throw the bolt in and throw the washer on the other side. Want that real nice and tight. I'm going to go ahead and loosen the bleeder, which is a 10mm. And I'm going to throw this hose on there. So now I'm going to renew my focus on this up here. See, it's pretty much loose all the way. I can just get it out by unscrewing it. Now you see it dripping. See, it's pretty obvious now that this hose was indeed restricted. I'm going to throw this up, and you want to get it started. It's best practice to get the thread started before you put the clip on there. Once that clip is on there, it makes it harder to move it around and adjust it. Get it to where you need to be. So yeah, my next step is to firmly tighten this up and move all this over to the new line and get this bolted up like so. I'm gonna have to put the phone down for that, unfortunately, but you guys can let me know down below if you have any questions. So I've got everything put back together. I clipped all this stuff back on. This is for the wheel speed sensor. Of course, I bolted that down and made sure that all my connections are tight. And fluid has been coming in through here slowly. So if you're fast enough, you can avoid bubbles traveling upstream and getting into the master cylinder or the ABS module. And the way I normally bleed these things is just by leaving the bleeder screw open, connected to a hose, and I just pop inside and give it a few pumps. So yeah, give it a few pumps. Then you're gonna wanna pop out and make sure that the fluid and the master reservoir stays topped off. Once you do that a couple times, it is then safe to go ahead and close that bleeder valve. So I'm going to use my 10mm. And you see how it's dripping? Before I replaced the hose, it wasn't dripping at all when I opened it up. And before, even with the bleeder valve open all the way, when I went inside and was pushing on the brake pedal, it was a real firm pedal. Now when I hooked this hose up to the other side with the bleeder valve open, the pedal just fell to the floor real smooth. So that pretty much confirmed my suspicion that this brake hose was clogged. Of course, now with the new brake hose, the fluid just pours out, and it's really easy to pump the brakes to get them bled. So pretty much I'm done with it now. I just got to throw the wheel back on, and I might scrounge up a little cover for this bleeder. But yeah, let me know down below if you guys have any questions.